You know, it takes too much work for some people to really put in the work, because this society really was built on debauchery and manipulation. A lot of lust, greed for lust in order to get the debauchery going. So it's like some people stuck on the whole hierarchy of you must do as they say, or else type of shit. They'll ruin your life, because you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, you know, for you more so than another motherfucker could, supposed to do for you. And to do for you is really, you break your back, you got to do this, you got to do that, and you got to do everything according to them. You can't do nothing on your own. You are meant to stay in this system to do everything as the system tells you. You're not even in the system per se, getting programs and shit like that. It's like the system is created to make sure that it has the zombie minded folks where they do or are programmed to believe that money is everything, fuck love type of shit. It's that hoes over bros before hoes type of shit, or you know fuck love get money type thing. But man, love has really brought us all here, right? Whether it be toxic or real love. And when you get that, when it's like toxicity is what really fuels this whole system. And you're supposed to be, you know, depressed and shit. Single mothers are supposed to stay single mothers, and fathers, like back in the 80s, it was a whole program of making sure that the fathers stay out of the house. And the women, they had to go to the government for the help that the man couldn't provide no more, where the real program was, to feminize him by way of use of drugs. And that's the whole epidemic started and shit like that, where we got caught up in the wind of war to drugs, wars against drugs and shit like that, when in truth, the war really wasn't on drugs per se. It was on the actual structure of the family, of what really made the household work by way of the structure that was already built upon us as, as not only human beings, but as a people. And that offends some people, you know, the way you structure yourself. And sometimes, shit, me, I'm a single mother. I fend for self-sufficient, responsible, run several businesses along the same lines as to learning lessons of this life, right? But some will try to humble me in the weirdest of ways, because some people believe that your lessons are not your lessons because you didn't learn the lessons in front of them, or they're the ones that didn't teach you the lessons per se. It's like the weirdest and oddest of lessons altogether, right? You're either going to learn it to grow you, or you learn it to actually stall you in life, where you sit to try to figure out what another person's thoughts were when it comes to you living your life. And a good amount of the time, a motherfucker telling you that daggone information really ain't never life. Really ain't never do shit. Never even got off the stoop. But structure is what most people to dismantle when it comes to your structure. It's like they will they will put a whole bunch of feminines into a survival per se to actually fend for self. Meanwhile, on the other side of the mirror, with the project still going on, water, drugs, and shit. It's like the more feminized the male is, the easier it is to keep him in a state of confusion as to where placement really is. You know, you'll have more cat fights as to how many want to run into an independent woman's closet to wear her shoes, because some will be more intimidated by the boots that she got to wear on. I mean, put on because of the fact that she got a dick and much. She got to wade through that shit in order to keep her structure shit, lit. Meanwhile, there are men out there that do have on the boots to dig in the mud to build those own foundations, that keeps everything going, and then there's huh, the damsels in distress that feel the need to, damn, y'all, this is the same force that's going along the same line. That shit must be in my energy heavy as fuck. It's the ones that feel privileged. It's like if you keep yourself, right? If you keep yourself up, right? Like I could say, like shit, looking from outside in, anybody that think before questioning or asking questions, right? Eh, will think I'm a kept woman. Somebody providing for me because how the fuck so happy living, doing you. But ain't nobody gonna really ask the questions as to how the fuck I got here. Oh, you know, they'll assume. And you gotta leave people to their assumptions. You gotta leave people to their perspectives. You gotta leave them for what they do not know. And it's always up to people to research and do on their own, to figure out who the fuck you are. And at the end of the day, shit don't really matter because people gonna be regardless, right? Two and two. I think I fucked up this whole system, this thingy, these clip things. But whatever. It's like the whole system is supposed to keep it's supposed to keep the masculine out the home, the man out the home in a confused state as to what is a home. Where, oh man, it's like unbalancing so much that it'll make the female, the woman that is holding her own. I'm pretty sure I went through so many damn highways to get to the same conclusion. That it's a fight of the ego, the arrogance, and the pride, because both can be egotistical as their stand as at their stance in the position of the structure. But at the same time, the arrogance kicks in as to who really wears the shoes and what shoes. But at the same time, the pride is there, right? To keep the structure up. But the mindsets have been switched around and fooled because of the fact that not everybody's scales is as balanced as it should be when it comes to the balancing of the structure. And that really does take everybody to see not only the big picture, but really what's in front of them, when it comes to energy. Because the external will always fool everybody because gold and glitter, the flashy shit will always attract, but at the same time, what part of you is it attracting more so than the dull? The mundane and what seems boring but is peaceful at the same time. That's crazy shit. Because we all need excitement. We all need something. What fucking fucks up the structure that builds the structure with the same energy is the question. Because we all need both feminine and masculine to hold ourselves up. But at the same time, those that are not balanced in their feminine and masculine will have you teetering and tottering as to they will have you teetering and tottering as to what your own position is to your life, let alone the position that put you in their life. And they could be putting you on the fucking bottom of their fucking feet, yo. And you don't even know it because of the fact that they at you. But that's how they structurized you in their life. Those are the same ones that will sit up there and whisper in your ear that you're doing shit wrong when you know in your heart you're doing something right. Damn. Ain't not the most I got you. Bye. I'm sorry. I actually am healthy, but I appreciate the sentiment though. And thank you. Appreciate you. Eat enough calories. Damn, that's the first thing you thought of? when I'm thinking of, I'm talking about something muy importante about with the mind and the structure of the mind. But I really do thank you, and I do eat enough calories, enough for me and my structure, BMI counts, especially for the heart health. Have a good one, though, nonetheless.